Stay attentive. This question says the diagram below shows the position of a simple pendulum set in motion. At which of the position does the pendulum have maximum kinetic energy? Is it at 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? As you can see on the option. Now, in this diagram here, or in this system, we have something called potential energy and as well as kinetic energy. We are now looking for where the word kinetic energy is at what? Is at maximum. Now, potential energy is the energy a body has when it is in rest. While kinetic energy is energy a body has when it is in what? In motion. Talking about conservation of energy. From kinetic energy, you go to what? Potential energy. Also, from potential energy, you go to what? Kinetic what? Energy. Now, let's take for example, this is a mountain. If somebody is traveling here, if a car is traveling here, uh, now when the car is on this mountain, first of all, when it is here, the kinetic energy is increasing. As it's climbing this mountain, for that the strength is going to be reducing or the speed is going to be reducing. Hence, the potential energy is gaining weight. Remember that potential energy is the energy had when a body is what? At rest. Now, when the body is climbing at the top of this mountain, the potential energy has become maximum, while the kinetic energy which it has when it was in motion has become zero or none. I get it. So the kinetic energy here has reduced, while potential energy are what? Increased. Now, when the body starts sliding down again, because the potential energy is one it has in when it has rest, the potential energy is going to be disappearing, and the kinetic energy is going to what? Be appearing. The kinetic energy is going to make it what? To start what? Speeding up. Now, the kinetic energy will increase down the what? The slope. While the potential energy increase up the slope, the kinetic energy decreases what? Increases downward the slope. Now, looking at this system, what happens if you're flinging something like this? I get me. That is what it is representing. If you carry a rope, you're flinging it. Now, what happens? What happens? Now, if this is the ball, I fling it here, it reaches here, and it what? It comes back, and reaches here again, it comes back. Now, as it is swinging, what happens is that the kinetic energy, which is the energy it is using to move, is going to be reducing from here. When the kinetic energy, which is the energy it has in motion, becomes zero, the body will stop and start coming back again. Now, when it stops here and start coming back again, the kinetic energy start what? Increasing. But when the body is climbing up, like it is going like this, is going up, the kinetic energy, which is the energy in motion, is decreasing, while the potential energy at rest is what? Increasing. Now, the potential energy, which is this one, is going to have maximum at this point, because this point is where the body will now go and be at rest before you start coming back again. Do you get? So this place is where the potential energy, which is energy at rest, become what? Maximum. Now, when the body is coming back again, the kinetic energy will start what? Increasing. I get it. Now, when the body reaches here at this point, the kinetic energy, which is the energy at motion, become maximum. Here is the what? The maximum point. Now, the kinetic energy, which is the energy in motion, become maximum at this point. So if the body is now swinging this side, the kinetic energy will what? Will be dropping. If it's swinging, the kinetic energy will be dropping. And when it is here, and if it is dropping, the kinetic energy is dropping, the potential energy will be increasing. Now, when the kinetic energy have now finished, which is at this point, the potential energy is also what? Maximum. Potential energy is what? Maximum here. Potential energy is what? Maximum here. Why at this point, kinetic energy what? Kinetic energy is also what? Maximum at this point. Why potential energy is maximum at this point? Because the kinetic energy is all consumed at this point. Why at this point, the potential energy is also equal to what? The kinetic energy. You get? So the kinetic energy is losing here, while the potential energy is becoming. Now, when it is now here, the kinetic energy is now less than the potential energy. At this point, there's no more kinetic energy again, but maximum potential energy. Now, when it comes here, at this point, which is at the start point, because this is just like a hill, climbing a hill, as the body is climbing a hill. So here, there is no hill here. That's why the kinetic energy, which is the energy in motion, becomes what? Maximum. Hence, this option here is option what? C. If you're writing any exam, don't forget to join my WhatsApp online class. WhatsApp me on 081 539 57022. The price is just as cheap as 2,000 naira only. Pay 2,000 naira to master physics. Master physics like this. WhatsApp me on this number you're seeing here to join my physics online tutorial. The number you're seeing on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more.